Yo guys, how y'all doing tonight? First off, I want to apologize ahead of time. This video is going to be coming out late. I typically work late on Sundays, so normally for the early Sunday games, I'm usually get these reviews out pretty quickly. But for the afternoon game or later games, I'm going to be a bit delayed, so you won't be seeing this video till early Monday. So first off, I want to apologize about that. Secondly, I'm sure most of you won't mind because you're all probably sick and tired of this goddamn team right now. I mean, what the hell was that out there today? Seriously, what the hell was that? Now, let me break this down. The first quarter, the first drive of the game, we saw a thing of beauty from this Eagles offense. Thing of beauty. They ran the ball. Novel idea, and it worked. Who's been saying that all freaking year? Not just me. Half the fan base has been saying that. Run the ball and you'll succeed. Jalen Hurts was getting in a bit of a rhythm. That first drive is what I thought I'd be getting out of this team, out of this coaching staff. That was kind of the style of offense I was hoping for. And then the defense gets on the field. You know, you go ahead and you force a 3 and out. But what happens? Nick Sirianni accepts the holding penalty. 3rd and 13 turns into a 40-yard pass for a first down. I mean, I can somewhat understand the mentality. It's 4th and 3. They're close in range. They're about midfield. It's a range where somebody could go for it. I get it. My attitude is when you stop them on 3rd down, you decline the penalty because it's 4th down. Unless it's like a 4th and inches, 4th and 1 where it's going to be stupid easy to convert, you decline the penalty. Because then, if they make the mistake, it's a turnover on downs, you get the ball back and momentum's in your favor. But no, instead the Eagles go ahead, they make that stupid decision. That is what it is. But you know what? The Eagles get a turnover in the red zone, they get the ball back. Second drive, we revert right back to what we were doing all stinking year. RPO, pass. And then, go figure. When it rains, it pours. Miles Sanders gets hurt. Hopefully, knock on wood, he's doing all right. Supposedly, he's going to be getting x-rayed tomorrow morning on Monday. So hopefully, Miles Sanders is okay. But we go right back to what we've been doing, and Hurts is missing guys. Devontae Smith is getting open, but he's not getting the football. And we go 3 and out. And the story of the Eagles season is, and literally, you can write their story as a simple number. It's 3. They can't convert on 3rd down, and they can't get off the field on 3rd down on defense. And simple as that. And a little nugget for this game, Derek Carr only had 3 incompletions today. He had a 91% completion percentage, 31 of 34 for 300 yards. How do you let a quarterback do that in the NFL? I mean, there's guys who play Madden who probably can't even do that consistently. Yet the Eagles damn near do it every freaking week. They play a good quarterback, they're complete 80% of their passes at minimum. If a quarterback playing the Eagles completes under 75%, they have a bad game. That's how bad our defense is playing right now. And it's mind-boggling because they're doing the same thing every game, every week, and expecting a different result. That is literally the definition of insanity right there. When you do the same thing every week and expect a different result. That's what this football team, they're insane. So with that little rant out of the way, what's the real problem here? The fact of the matter is the Philadelphia Eagles are not a good football team. Period. This game proves they are not a good football team. They have not been coached well, and they have not played well. There hasn't really been any players who have really popped off to show you anything, that they really have anything right now. I mean, in my opinion right now, at this point, I don't care what happens next week in Detroit. They could beat Detroit next week. They could lose to Detroit next week. It's tank mode, baby. It's time to tank. It's time to go for high draft picks because we're going to need these high draft picks. Now, luckily, Miami lost today. Right now, Indy's playing the Niners right now. We'll see where that game goes. But hopefully we'll have 3 first-round picks next year, and hopefully 2 of them could be in the top 10 or maybe, if we're lucky, top 5. And then we can really get some blue-chip talent players. But there's an issue with that. And the issue is, as long as Howie Roseman remains the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles, there's no hope. There is absolutely no hope with this guy in control. He has been through 4 head coaches, Andy Reid, Chip Kelly, Doug Peterson, and now Nick Sirianni. And his excuses are always, well, I draft the right guys, the coaches never develop them. Well, Howie, you've went ahead and hired 3 of those coaches. The hell do you mean they aren't developing them right? You know what their mentality was. You know what they want to do. Yet every time, it's never your fault. It's always somebody else's. If the Philadelphia Eagles want to get this right, and it looks like this is going to be a lost season, simple as that. Accept it. It is what it is. We're watching these games hoping for some hope or maybe some young players to come out and show us something. That's kind of what I'm seeing this season is right now. But the fact of the matter is, this is a lost season. They're done. That's my opinion on it right now. And the only best thing they can do is fire Howie Roseman right now. Don't even let him finish the year. Maybe let him go to the trade deadline, because he's usually pretty good at making trades and getting good value for it. That's about all he's good for. But once that trade line is done and everything's done there, fire his ass. Get rid of him. Because he is the absolute problem with this football team right now. And it starts with him. It starts in the management. You can look out throughout the past few weeks. You've seen it. If you watch the Cardinals game today, Zach Ertz had a 66-yard touchdown catch. He was never doing that with us. But with the first game with the Arizona Cardinals, he gets a 66-yard touchdown. He had a good game. And now look at Carson Wentz. He was the guy we all ripped last year. And what's he doing? He might be revitalizing his career in Indy. He's looking pretty good with the Colts right now. Looks like the Eagles might have gotten hosed in that trade if Carson Wentz turns out to go back to his 2017 form. The fact of the matter is, the problem isn't the players. The problem is who we're drafting and who's coaching them. And the fact of the matter is, whoever we bring in always does the same thing. It's funny how we bring in Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon as the defensive coordinator, and they're calling damn near the exact same plays as Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz were last year. What's the difference between Gannon's defense this year and Schwartz's defense last year? Not much. You play bracket defense, you play zone, you sit back, you're 10 yards off the field, you're not bumping and running anybody, and your D-line can't get any pressure on anybody. The main difference is at least Schwartz's defensive line could get pressure. This year, they're not getting any pressure, if anybody. Even Hargrave's cooled off right now because defenses are now prepared for it. They know, oh, we don't have to worry about Fletcher Cox. We're going to worry about Javon Hargrave now. And Fletcher Cox has done nothing. Derek Barnett, the man with no sacks, has still not done anything. At least Josh Sweat is somewhat getting there. At least Hargrave has shown some pressure. But they haven't shown you anything. This defense has no blue-chip players. I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it again. We have no blue-chip players on defense. And then we continue to do the same damn things over and over and over again. When you saw in the first half, we weren't getting any pressure. Let's start throwing some blitzes. Let's start throwing some new looks. Let's maybe go a little man because we've got Slade and Steven Nelson out there. What do? No, we continue playing the same damn zone defense. We continue doing the same things we have been doing the entire first half. Oh, we throw a blitz here? Great, let's go get beat by the fullback, of all people, on the field. I mean, this defense just has no talent. It has no ability to do anything beyond just play his own bracket defense, and it's a slow bleed. Whenever you watch this defense, they are just on the field for over 6, 7, 8 minutes every drive. And you even saw it in the first half. First drive for the Raiders, yeah, it was an interception, but they were in the red zone. The next drive, they go like 60 yards, touchdown. Next drive, 70 yards, touchdown. Next drive, 90 yards, touchdown. It's like they can't be stopped. And it's every single time. We do not do anything difficult. I mean, our offense is about as plain as a hamburger with no cheese and about as plain as vanilla ice cream. There's no flavor. There's no spice. There's no pizzazz to it. We have nothing to show for on defense right now. And it's embarrassing. We're lucky to even have the one interception that it bounced off the running back's hands and went into Avonte Maddox's. That's the only reason we got a turnover. Otherwise, it would have been no turnovers today. It would have been an absolute joke. But let me stop ranting on the Eagles' defense right now. If you haven't already tell, this is going to be a complete and utter rant video. So sit back, enjoy, get some popcorn. Because this is going to be nothing but a rant. So now let me go to the offense. As great as that first drive was, that's what I wanted from this offense. Run the football. Make Hurts comfortable. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what everything happens. They went the complete reverse. They went pass, and Jalen Hurts got pressured. He didn't have as much time to protection. Yeah, Lane Johnson came back, but Mailata didn't look good today. He got his butt kicked by Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue kicked his butt. And he kicked a lot of people's butt today. Now, yeah, you know, Mailata, he has the MCL sprain. He's fighting through it. I appreciate it, but you know what? He didn't have it today. He struggled. He had issues. And it somewhat cost the Eagles. And it's not just on Jordan Mailata. Jordan Mailata, for the most part, has been good this year. I don't want to sound like I'm beating up on Mailata or not. But the fact of the matter is, Nick Sirianni has not put his guys in position to win. The one drive he did it, he said, that worked. Let me just go back to what wasn't working the past 10 weeks. And that's what he did. He reverted right back to all the RPOs. He reverted right back to putting everything on Jalen Hurts' shoulders. And what happened? We failed on third down. And we were getting decent plays on first and second. We were gaining some yards. There were some first downs connecting. And everything stalled out in third down. And as soon as we stalled out in third down, we gave the ball to the Raiders. Oh, Raiders have a big third down? First down. The biggest thing for the Eagles this year, they fail on converting third downs, and they fail on getting off the field on third down. It's a simple fact and matter for the Eagles right now. And it's the reason why they're 2-5 right now. The fact of the matter is, they're bad on third down. Either side of the ball, they are just bad on third down. And they're just not getting the job done. Simple as that. I'll say it again right here. I said it earlier in the video, but don't expect them to beat Detroit. Detroit showed some heart this week. They played a tough game against the Rams, and they could have beaten them, and they didn't. Don't be surprised if the Eagles give Detroit their first win, because I don't see how they're going to beat Detroit, because Jared Goff's going to do the same thing that everyone else has been doing. Now, we saw what was going on in the first half in this game, and there's been a lot of questionable decisions. I heard a lot of people already talking about, well, why did you do that? The one questionable call that I will give Nick Sirianni and the coaches credit for was going for the onside kick to start off the half. I actually did like that call. I thought it was a good call, and it was right when it was starting. I'm like, I'd onside kick right here because the defense ain't going to stop them. Sure as hell, that's exactly what they did. They just weren't able to recover, and that happens. The thing is, in the NFL, when you make bad decisions, they're magnified. It's like, why the hell did you do that? You should have done this. You should have done that. And when it works, it looks brilliant. I mean, you want a great example of this? Look at Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson was gutsy on fourth down, always went for it because he typically converted. His last year when he got fired, they never converted anything on fourth down. Every decision he made was wrong that season. And that's what happens in the NFL. Sometimes your decisions are great when they work. They're horrible when they don't. And for the fact of the matter is, I felt that was a good call by Nick Sirianni going for the onside kick there. I wanted to make sure I got this in there because I did feel like that was good. I did feel like in that first drive, they did make some good changes and did what they had to do. The biggest thing that I saw was when Miles Sanders got hurt, it really deflated the team. The offense kind of didn't know what to do because Miles Sanders was probably the vocal point of the offense this week. He was going to get his big game. He was going to go off in this game. And he got hurt, and it's a shame. It sucks that it happened, but it happened. The Eagles needed to be able to adjust and rebound with it, and they failed. It'd be nice if they had if they maybe had a thumper back on the roster right now. Maybe a guy who's been in the league for a few years, a guy that knows the system, that's been with the team a while. I know a guy, Jordan Howard. You have him on your practice squad. Yet for whatever reason, they refuse to bring him up. Now, if Miles Sanders, heaven forbid, knock on wood, I hope this isn't the case, but if he's out for a significant amount of time, they're going to have to bring up Jordan Howard. Because who else are you going to bring in? You're going to bring in another guy in the street? Well, then if that's the case, why are you having Jordan Howard on your practice squad? He's a waste of a practice spot then. So hopefully, let's be fair, there's not much hope on this. This team doesn't give us any hope this year. This team is an absolute train wreck right now. And it's going to be crashing, and who the hell knows where it's going to crash right now. But if this team were smart, if they would actually consider what they were good at, they'd be running the ball, play actioning off it, let Jalen Hurts roll, let him get comfortable, and be calling an offensive game plan on that. They'd be controlling the time of possession, which would limit the time their defense is on the field. If the Eagles were a smart football team and thought about how their pieces worked and used them at their best, that's what they would do. Minimize the time the defense is on the field and maximize the time the offense is on the field. Because the offensive line can bully some D-lines. They can do it. They have the ability. But for whatever reason, the Eagles play a very finesse style of offense. They play very passive. They're not aggressive. They're not going to the football. They're not doing what they have to do. And the simple fact is, they're 2-5. They're a bad football team. And it's probably time for everybody to really be watching Saturday football over Sunday football so you can figure out what kind of college prospects that might be coming to the Eagles, because if they can get that third first-round pick, they could have 3 wins, and they can hopefully start building a foundation. But the only way that foundation can be built is by first firing Howie Roseman, bringing in a new GM, and then letting that GM figure out whether he wants to deal with Nick Sirianni or not. And we'll see what happens from there. So those are my thoughts, reactions, and opinions on the state of the Eagles right now, considering their drubbing to the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, the score looked close, but it really wasn't. So I want to thank you guys for listening to the Process YouTube channel. If you like what I had to say, please hit the like button. And if you got anything else to say, please say it in the comment section below. With that, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.